From Free Cal, and welcome to the second edition of Weight Loss Wednesdays, where we will be talking about gradual, permanent steps towards losing weight and a healthy lifestyle change. Last week, we had talked about why it's important not to start exercising if you want to lose weight. Although exercising is essential, it should not be the first step, and it should not be used as a way to lose weight. It should be used as a means to get fit and stay fit. Similarly, don't fast if you want to lose weight. That's also a big mistake that people do. And don't get into all these fad diets that you have to follow for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, where you have to drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruits, or eat only fruits. Don't do nonsense like that. If you want quick results, whether it comes to weight loss or investing, you will get one quick result: failure. Please don't do that. Do not fast when immediately and from your normal lifestyle. Do not start fasting. I'm assuming that it will help you lose weight. Again, like exercise, let me clarify: fasting is fantastic. It's a great way to maintain your health, but it should not be the first step, because you have been accustomed to a life. Most of us have been accustomed to a life where for decades we have been eating a carbohydrate rich food, and suddenly if you go from that kind of lifestyle to fasting for even 4 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours, whatever, some people do 16 hours, you will deprive yourself of food, and you will emotionally get really in a terrible place, and you'll spring back to your old habits. Don't do things like that. You will also hurt your body. Fasting is good for you. It's beneficial for you, but it should be kind of the last stages. It's like post graduation in weight loss. You should not do it immediately. Personally, for me, I have tried fasting, but I do not like fasting, because I'll explain why. Because of my own medical history and so on, it doesn't suit me. I don't like it. Before we begin, I have three things to say to you today. The first thing is, do not fast as a first step to lose weight. The second thing I want to say is that we are going to prepare ourselves to a change in the way we eat. And these are permanent changes, and we got to do these changes one by one, gradually, and it's going to be permanent, right? Once you make a small change, and it's going to be permanent, and that's why I want to go through this series slowly. I am not an expert. I am a person who loves to eat. I do not believe in eating to live. I believe in living to eat. But so I've always had a problem with my weight. So I'm essentially someone like you who has had a problem with weight, and still struggling to control it. For the last 2 years, for the first time, I can say that I've gone into a rhythm where I've stayed the same weight, got small increases, but it has come back, and so around I'm around 70, 71 kilos or so, which for my height is, I think, fairly all right, correct. There are more or less middle or average BMI, or the lower end of the BMI. It's okay. So in that sense, I'm just sharing a method which has worked for me, but you will have to change it or adapt to it, and adapt it to your personal situation and go on. I'm not an expert, and I always believe that you should make small changes. Somebody asked me the other day, I'm scared of stock market investing. How will I start investing? Start small. Start with a 500 rupee SIP, or you can do a 100 rupee SIP these days. I think get used to it. Get used to the fluctuations in the money. Then you can slowly change. The same applies to weight loss. You're going to go from one lifestyle to something else, which is on a different plane, better plane, or a different, I don't know, but definitely a different plane. So we have to go from here to there very, very slowly, so that our body does not get shocked. We do not deprive ourselves of food. We do not feel desperate to go back and eat what we love, and so on. So we'll have to get rid of our cravings. That's very important. So we have to go slow. So the second thing that you need to do is, or rather the first step I've been talking about, don't do exercising, don't do fasting. The real first action that we all need to do is to drink more water. We don't need to drink so much water that we put strain on our kidneys, like 10 liters, 20 liters. We don't need to do that. We just need to drink water, so that two things. One, our urine color is white to light yellow all the time. It should not become dark yellow, or it should not look like apple juice at any time, like a brownish kind of yellow. And we should pass stools or pass motion regularly, at least once a day if possible. You don't need to pass every day, but once a day would be nice, because it kind of clears the gut and makes you feel hungry, and you'll feel fresh and light. You'll feel light. So the big mistake that many people do is they eat regularly, but they do not drink water regularly. The secret to weight loss is that we should eat when hungry, but drink water regularly. And don't be that person who goes to the water filter and drinks a cup of water and comes back. Please don't do that. That's so annoying. Just buy yourself a bottle, fill it, and always keep a bottle of water with you, and drink. Taking small sips. You don't need to drink gallons of water. That's nonsense. But just take small sips from time to time. You will. It's so good for you. Your skin, your hair, your metabolism, everything. Your existence of every cell in the body, like billions and billions of cells that we have, and they have to. They do their process, and they have to reproduce, and they die, and new ones come. For all those process, water is essential, and we need to get into the rhythm of drinking enough water, keeping ourselves hydrated well, not just barely hydrated, comfortably hydrated. And if you have problems with passing motion, the best thing to do would be to eat more fiber. Um, uh, because of the medication I took, it completely destroyed my gastrointestinal system. So I'm taking something known as Isabgol husk, which is a kind of a husk of a plant. You can do that, or the many other things. We'll talk about all that in detail. One thing that works very well is to drink some water after you get up. 1 liter, some if you can manage, but half a liter of water before you drink your coffee or tea or whatever. There are, even in this, some people say all sort of nonsense. They say you should drink water before brushing your teeth. What does it matter whether you drink water after you brush your teeth or before you brush your teeth? It doesn't matter. One person said you should take small sips. You should take 16 small sips. What does it matter? Just drink water as much as you can handle. I am very sure most of us can handle 250 ml of water without any problem. That's like 1 tumbler. That's all. Half a liter is 2 tumblers. You can drink 2 tumblers, I think. Roughly 2 tumblers is not a problem in the morning, early in the morning. It will clear your gut. You can increase it a little bit. Usually, if you do that, it will flush your gut. Then, if you drink that hot tea or hot water or hot coffee, you will feel like passing stools, and that's very, very important. I think hydration and regular and healthy excretion of liquid and solid wastes is essential for good health. So please do that, and then we will talk about what is the next thing you need to do. There's no secret here. I'm talking about a sugar-free, low carbohydrate, high fat diet with a good amount of protein. But I want to do it slowly, so that so I want to do it slowly so that these steps become permanent. You're not going to go back on this. This is going to be a permanent change in your lifestyle. So we have to go slowly. If you want to know everything, I'm not written it in terms of steps, but my diet plan is kind of indicated in the description, the article in the description box. It's an article titled "If you want to lose weight, eat more fat." There are many videos. I think there are 3 videos in that. Please have a look at those 3 videos. Those are the videos which changed my life. I'll talk about that in the next session. In the next section of this video, which is now. So I've said 2 things: don't fast. Last week I said don't exercise. This week I also said drink a lot of water. Make sure you fast stools regularly. Of course, if you have health issues and so on, you have to be careful. You have to do what your doctor said and so on. This is only I'm only talking about normal people, young people who can manage all this. Or you can drink a little bit extra water. I'm not saying don't drink too much water that you feel like going to the toilet every half an hour or 1 hour. That is not comfortable. Just get into, like I said, drink water regularly, but eat only when you're hungry. That's the secret. That's all. It's just common sense. So for the last section of this video, let me have a quick look. Just 10 minutes. Okay, for the last section of the video, I'll talk about how I got into all this. So I've always had a problem with my weight because I love to eat. I ate all namkeen, all savory stuff. I do eat sweets, but I prefer to eat savory stuff, and that's a mistake. So my weight was around 85-ish, 90-ish, and so on. Then I kind of, at one point, what happened was when my wife was pregnant. Pregnant ladies tend to have increased appetite, and she wanted some ice cream, and I also started eating ice cream with her. That's called sympathetic weight gain. When the husband also gains weight along with the pregnant wife, it's called sympathetic weight gain. Then I realized something is terribly wrong with what I'm doing. I need to change my lifestyle. So I started eating less. Portion control was very important. At that time, I did not get into a low carb diet, but I was eating only peanuts, roasted peanuts in the night. I did not know anything about all this paleo, low carb, high fat, nothing. I didn't know anything. I like to experiment with my body a little bit. So I'm also a DIY dieter. So that actually led to a lot of I lost a lot of weight. And I was in pretty good shape. I was exercising. I was doing push-ups. Every time I was doing push-ups, my baby would crawl and get into the gap between the floor and me. But at that time, when I was at my fittest, I got an autoimmune condition, and it essentially a condition where the connection between where the neurons from the neural signals from the brain are not going fully into the muscles. So there's a tiredness that comes after some time and so on. It's called myasthenia gravis. Because of that, I was given steroids. I was on steroids for almost 2.5-3 years maybe. That completely messed up my system. The only advantage from steroids was I did not lose hair. Because steroids promote hair growth, but it also promotes diabetes. It will make you diabetic. It will destroy your gastrointestinal system. It destroyed my my adrenaline output. I still have anxiety problems because of that. I'll talk about how I kind of controlled it in another video. So steroids will also lead to weight gain. So I gained a lot of weight. You can see in my previous seminar videos, as I said, I had a moon face and so on. Then what happened is, because of the weight gain, it started showing on my knees. I started getting knee pain, and then I realized, oh my God, I had to do something about it. And it is at that point, I had also co-authored a book on You Can Be Rich Too with P.V. Subramaniam, and I was trying to learn how to market this book. In another Facebook group, one Facebook group for authors, when I had introduced myself to the group, somebody said, go see a website called dietdoctor.com. It's linked in the description box, and you can also in the article. Go see that. Go see the money-making model that they have. So I went there only for that. But then I realized that I forgot about the money-making model, but they made so much sense. There was a YouTube video I saw called The Food Revolution. It's linked in the article below. Then I saw how you can reverse diabetes by eating right. Type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes cannot be reversed. That changed my my perspective of how to eat, and slowly changed. And I dropped from 90 kgs to around 70-ish kgs. So that's 20 kgs, but I dropped so rapidly. I got shocked at the time this happened. So I will talk about the steps that I went through after that. Sorry, from next week. But again, if you are in a hurry to read all that, you can always read the article. But please remember, let me sum up this episode by saying, do not start exercising, do not start fasting, drink a lot of water, keep yourself hydrated, try to eat only when you're hungry, but drink water regularly. If you just do this alone, this if you pass motion regularly, pass stools regularly, you'll feel lighter, you'll feel much more healthier. That's the first step to start losing weight. You need to feel good about yourself at all times. So with that, let me stop here, and I'll continue my story and other steps in the next episode. Thank you as always for watching. Bye bye.